What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The debut episode of Loki is here, and I am personally so excited. Especially coming off of these previous MCU shows, WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with Loki. Because this dude has always been such an intriguing character. His story arc and just everything that he's been through from the moment we've met him up until now, and especially now, considering he's got his own show, like, this dude has been so cool. He's so interesting. And I literally can't wait to see what this show is going to present with him, because the last time we saw him, at least present time in this universe, Loki, Thanos had him by the throat and he killed him while trying to do, Loki things and trying to deceive Thanos. And
Loki gonna be Loki, man.
Yeah, he made a good effort, but Thanos just took care of him. But in Endgame, during the time heist, we saw, Tony Stark kind of screw up, and the Tesseract got knocked on the floor right to Loki's feet. He picked it up, vanished. So technically, Loki is still out there somewhere. And this is going to be really interesting.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's just, obviously they can't have a present time Loki because present time Loki is dead. So, it makes sense that they got to do something from the past Loki, because that was from the original Avengers. He was getting arrested. It was the attack in New York, that whole thing. And, I saw one trailer. Generally, we don't watch any trailers. I don't think you saw anything,
I haven't
right?
seen shit.
We try to avoid the trailers as much as possible because we like going in blind.
Because they show you way too much shit.
Yeah, but I geek out about certain pieces of content, so I'll maybe peek at a trailer here or there, and I did see one of these. So it definitely makes sense that we're going to get time travel. That's been the obvious thing. Alternate timelines. The MCU has been talking about it for a long time. We got it with a tease with WandaVision. We know that's what the Doctor Strange movie's going to be about. We saw an Endgame with their time heist, and when you start getting into time travel and alternate timelines, I tend to kind of check out and I just try to enjoy what we're watching, because the rules and just what rules are we following? Are we going by Back to the Future time rules? Are we going by this? I just try to enjoy it, because the MCU, when you alter the past, it doesn't mess with the future, it just creates alternate timelines. So I just try to sit back and enjoy it, because I'm not big brain like Smart Hulk to try to figure out all this stuff. So
can you tell he's a little excited?
I am very excited, because
he's talking a mile a minute here, folks.
These shows have been so good, and my excitement, I've talked about it before, but after Endgame and then, Spider-Man Far From Home, my excitement for the MCU kind of dipped a little bit, because Endgame was so friggin' epic.
Oh, so good.
And it's impossible to live up to that. Yeah.
Every time.
But these shows have brought my excitement back up, obviously, because I'm giddy here. But
also, if this is the first time you're joining us, I'm Nikki. Believe it or not, I know it's crazy. And that's Steven.
Yeah. So yeah, we obviously know that this show is going to involve that, because Loki and everything that they've been teasing and hinting at. But again, the excitement is through the roof. You ready to check out this show?
Just a heads up, I am the casual fan. You will not be getting any factual information from this one.
Well, I'm also not an encyclopedia, so
fuck no.
I just love the content, love the movies, love the shows.
So I'm here to watch for funsies.
You ready?
Yes.
Let's go. New York City.
I'm excited to be watching Marvel again.
The attack in New York.
On my way down to coordinate search and rescue. On my way down to coordinate search and rescue. I mean, honestly. What do you think of these guys? Green. My
I love that they include this,
Just to remind you. Yeah,
I love that with the echo. Okay.
The possibilities with what we could be dealing with here, just with the alternate timelines and the fact that Loki kind of messed with things there, I love the amount of possibilities that we could be dealing with. We could be, who the hell knows who we could be seeing, what the hell could be going on.
I love it.
Can't wait. One question I've always had.
What's that?
If you get the Tesseract like that and just teleport somewhere, can you control where? Or does it just send you to a random desert?
Gobi Desert in Mongolia? I don't know. Hello.
Like, where the fuck did you come from?
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
Hindi. Hindi see.
Don't touch that.
Appears to be a standard sequence violation. Branch is growing at a stable rate and slope. Variant identified.
That was fast.
On behalf of the Time Variance Authority, I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
It's been a very long day, and I think I've had my fill of idiots in armored suits telling me what to do. So, if you don't mind, now get out of my way.
Apparently, you don't know who you fucking with.
I love the mouth.
Super slow-mo.
You're now moving at 1/16th speed, but feeling all that pain in real time.
How did they do that? I love that.
Reset the timeline.
Wow. Wow, that was really cool.
Good job. How do you like that?
That's dope!
Like, rewind. Nope. You don't get to...
Try to get the kids from running away. Hey! Get back here.
Hello, ma'am.
Log this as evidence.
Oh, can you at least tell me what it is?
It's the Tesseract. Be very careful with it.
Wow, the journey the Tesseract's been on. That thing's been everywhere.
Literally.
So this is like the time police?
Hey.
Aren't you cute?
Absolutely not. This is fine Asgardian leather.
Reminds me of that TikTok. Do not cross this line. Oh, shit.
So much for that.
Hang on just a minute.
Oh, kitty.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
I'm sorry?
Sign this too.
Oh, this is absurd.
What in the hell?
And this.
Please confirm to your knowledge that you are not a fully robotic being. We're born an organic creature and do in fact possess what many cultures would call a soul.
Do a lot of people not know if they're robots?
Thank you for your confirmation. Please move through.
This is so interesting.
I love it already, though.
Take a ticket. There's only 2 of us in here.
Take a ticket.
Always gotta question shit. Always. Defiance.
I mean, he is the god of misfit. So,
Mischief.
mischief.
Mischief. He is a misfit, though, too.
So, of course, he's got to not cooperate.
This is a mistake. I shouldn't be here.
Hi there. You're probably saying, this is a mistake. I shouldn't even be here. Welcome to the Time Variance Authority. I'm Miss Minutes, and it's my job to catch you up before you stand trial for your crime.
I love her accent. Well, I'll be.
Long ago, there was a vast multiversal war. Countless unique timelines battled each other for supremacy, nearly resulting in the total destruction of everything. But then the all-knowing timekeepers emerged, bringing peace by reorganizing the multiverse into a single timeline.
Comic book section, yeah. Okay.
Feels like that, yeah.
Now, the timekeepers protect and preserve the proper flow of time for everyone and everything. Sometimes people like you veer off the path the timekeepers created. We call those variants. Stepping off your path created a nexus event, could branch off into madness, leading to another multiversal war.
I love that we're getting an explanation of how time works again.
The TVA has stepped in to fix your mistake and set time back on its predetermined path.
So where was the TVA during the Avengers time heist?
Right?
guy for a ticket. What are you raising your voice with me, buckethead?
Oh, shit.
Don't hesitate to let us know how we're doing.
This is fantastic.
I love it already. I mean, I can see that there's definitely comic book references I know nothing about because I don't read the comic book. Sorry about that.
The Hunter and his Minutemen responded to a routine Nexus event. It appears that when they arrived, somebody got the jump on them.
You think?
Is that Luke Wilson?
Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson?
That's the 6th attack in the last week.
That we know of.
Wow.
Tu sais qui a fait ça?
Fucking Satan. Is it Valak?
Where the devil's afraid of us.
Conjuring? No? Okay.
C'est blue. C'est blue là. Devil-bearing gifts. Go ahead and run this for sequence period and any hints of temporal aura.
The branch is nearing red line. We need to go.
That's so wild how they could just fix the timeline.
Is that a reset charge?
Loki Laufeyson is charged with sequence violation 72089. How do you plead?
Madam, a god doesn't plead. I'd like to go home now.
Are you guilty or not?
Guilty of being
She
the
looks
god of
familiar.
mischief. Yes. Guilty of finding all this incredibly tedious. Yes. Guilty of a crime against the sacred timeline. Absolutely not. You have the wrong person.
Really? And who should we have?
I suspect the Avengers. You see, I only came into possession of the Tesseract because they traveled through time.
Quite an accusation.
Oh, believe me, you can smell the cologne of 2 Tony Starks. You speak of time criminals.
2 Tonys.
They you should be after.
We're not here to talk about the
Also, she looks
Avengers.
familiar
no?
too.
No.
Than
What they
officer.
did was supposed to happen. You escaping was not.
Alright, well, they gave an explanation. Good, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not supposed to happen, according to whom?
The timekeepers?
Well, perhaps I should speak to these timekeepers, gods to gods.
I'm sorry, but they're quite busy
What are they doing?
dictating the proper flow of time.
Right, and then what do you do?
Dictate the proper flow of time according to their dictations. How do you plead?
Guilty.
I love the laughing.
He's trying to use his powers, ma'am.
Damn it, why would it work?
Magic powers. They're no good in the TVA, Mr. Laufeyson. The court finds you guilty, and I sentence you to be reset. Next case, please.
What is reset?
What does that mean? You have no idea what I'm capable of!
I think I might have an idea of what he's capable of.
Approach the bench.
This is highly entertaining.
I love those. I love him too. Let's go crash a wedding.
I literally don't think there's anything that I haven't loved that he's been in.
Marley and Me. That's nice.
He's so hot right now.
Oh my god, Hansel.
Wow, look at that.
I thought there was no magic here.
Where is it?
Dude, that's insane.
It's like the Jetsons.
I just feel like the possibilities that this show is going to open is just going to be
I'm Agent Mobius.
just
by the way.
insane.
I mean, they're smart.
Mobius?
I'm taking you someplace to talk.
Well, I don't like to talk.
But you do like to lie, which you just did. You love to talk. Talky.
How long have you been here?
Time passes differently here in the TVA.
What does that mean?
You'll catch up.
So you're part of the TVA's courageous. The idea that your little club decides the fate of trillions of people across all of existence at the behest of 3 space lizards. Yes, it's funny. It's absurd.
I thought you didn't like to talk.
For the record, this really does feel like a killing me kind of a If the TVA truly oversees all of time, how have I never heard of you until now?
Because you've never needed to.
They're answering questions as we're going. I like it. Oh, that's an amazing tool.
Let's get into this.
It's almost having like the time stone at all times.
How many times can you say time?
A lot.
A sentence. Time.
It's like, why haven't we heard of you until now? You haven't needed to.
I specialize in the pursuit of dangerous variants.
Like myself.
No particularly dangerous variants. You're just a little pussycat. I got a set of questions for you. You answer them honestly, and should you return, what are you going to do?
Finish what I started. Claim my throne.
King of what, exactly?
Midgard.
AKA Earth. Now you're the king of Midgard, then what?
Asgard, the 9 realms.
Loki, the king of space.
Mock me, if you dare. The first and most oppressive lie ever uttered was the Song of Freedom. For nearly every living thing, choice breeds shame and uncertainty and regret. There's a fork in every road, yet the wrong path always taken. The timekeepers have built quite the circus, and I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection.
Shade.
Big metaphor guy. Makes you sound super smart.
I am smart.
This is such an interesting conversation. So is Thanos considered not that dangerous when he was traveling through time?
What is this? If it's all the same to you, I'll have that drink now. No. Remember, I was there.
For someone born to rule, you sure do lose a lot.
Oh, burn.
Do you enjoy hurting people? Making them feel small?
I know what I am.
A murderer?
A liberator.
Of eyeballs, maybe. Look at that smile. You are enjoying that.
I don't have to play this game. I'm a god.
Mischief, right? I don't see anything very mischievous about this. You're really good at doing awful things and then just getting away.
What can I say? I'm a mischievous scamp.
This feels like a therapy session.
It does.
Bourbon and soda?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we? You might want to take a look at that note. I have a bomb.
Bitch. You asshole. Was this in a movie?
I don't remember. I don't remember this at all.
I fail to see how this has any relevance or bearing on...
This is the good part.
This feels new.
See you again someday. Brother, Heimdall, you better be ready.
Do we get to see Heimdall and Thor?
I can't believe you were D.B. Cooper.
I was young and I lost a bet to Thor. Also, that had the timekeeper's seal of approval.
Sit down.
I was just standing up to make a point.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It won't be as meaningful now.
Okay, well, stay seated.
He's like a child.
What exactly is it that you want? I know what this place is. It's an illusion. It's a cruel, elaborate trick conjured by the weak to inspire fear. You all parade about as if you're the divine arbiters of power in the universe. You're not.
I wonder if he's going to show him any of his future.
If you hadn't picked up the Tesseract, you would have been taken to a cell on Asgard.
He is showing his future.
Hello, Mother. More tricks. It's never even happened.
Not yet. And then the Dark Elves attack the palace, and you think you send them to Thor.
You might want to take the stairs to the left.
Oh, Napato.
Yeah.
That's the proper flow of time, and it happens again and again and again because it has to. The TVA makes sure of it.
I don't believe you.
Do you enjoy killing?
I'll kill you.
What, like you did your mother?
Damn.
The time twister just loops you, not the furniture. You were born to cause pain and suffering and death, all so that others can achieve their best versions of themselves.
What happens to on Asgard on this new timeline that Loki has created?
Give me the Tesseract or I'll gut you like a fish, Casey.
What's a fish? I live my entire life behind a desk.
But what difference does it make?
I want to know exactly what I'm being threatened with before I comply.
Death. Violent, painful death.
Okay.
What?
Oh, what?
What?
How do you have these?
We actually got a lot of those. Some of the guys use them as paperweights.
What?
Just a drawer full of infinity stones? Like, what in the
That's
hell?
gotta mean something. Don't you think?
I mean, it means that there's been many versions of them throughout the different timelines, and...
Is this the greatest power in the universe?
Dude, this is insane. Oh, is he gonna, like, fast forward?
He's rewinding. Oh, yeah, you better have some guilt. This woman loved you like you were her own.
I love you, my sons. Remember this, please.
Naughty Loki.
Loki, I thought the world of you. I thought we were gonna fight side by side forever. You know, maybe you're not so bad after all, brother. Thank you. If you're here, I might even give you a hug. I'm here.
Oh, this is sweet. He's getting to see, like, his own, like, journey and his death. Yikes.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
Glorious purpose.
He's having too much fun with this. Fucking Loki, dude. Dude, he is. He's a child.
He is so immature.
It's going to be very interesting to see what he does with this information that he has now.
I don't enjoy hurting people. I don't enjoy it. I do it because I have to. Because I've had to. Explain that to me. Because it's part of the illusion. It's the cruel, elaborate trick conjured by the weak to inspire fear.
A desperate play for control.
Wow.
A villain.
I'm impressed. That was deep.
That's not how I see it. You try to use that?
Oh, several times. Even an infinity stone is useless here. TVA is formidable.
That's been my experience. Fugitive variant's been killing our Minutemen.
And you need the God of Mischief to help you stop them.
That's right. The variant we're hunting is... you.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry.
Time signature is early 3rd millennium. Definitely anachronistic. Someone's out there.
Wow. That was so awesome.
I love that.
That was such a good start.
This one feels like bigger budget than the first two shows.
It does. It feels big. And the same thing I've said about the previous two shows. More so I feel WandaVision than Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but this one feels like it's going to have a massive impact on the entire MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're even showing it. Like, just, it's going to have... the possibilities and the doors that are going to open because of this show and what they're presenting right now,
right.
I feel like it's just going to be endless. Like, the opportunities and It's probably going to how they're going to weave things into the universe that, you know, they got to add the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and other kind of characters that, you know, with the whole purchase of Fox characters and all that stuff. I feel like this is going to be the jumping off point for all of that. And I love, like, my two biggest questions going into this show, they were both answered in this episode. Why did they not go after the Avengers for their giant time heist? Because it was allowed. It wasn't an issue, apparently. And then, why had we never heard of this group before? Because we've never needed to. And that's all you need. Just a simple 20-second interaction to just, that's such good, simple storytelling. Because obviously, they're going to have a lot of tricky, kind of challenging storytelling things that they're going to have to get through, introducing all this new stuff. And obviously, time travel and multiverses and alternate timelines and all that stuff actually makes it easy. Like, I've usually never really been a fan of it, but I feel like they're doing a really good job with it. And it's not overly complicated. It's not that hard to follow, because they're kind of laying it out for you. They're kind of just like, hey, this is what's going on. This is why it's happening now. This is why you've never heard of this group before. This is why it didn't happen in the past when other time travelers were messing with time and all that stuff. And yeah, Loki is so interesting.
Yes, I agree.
And, you know, we're getting the Loki that started the episode that we picked up, right with the Battle of New York, right when he was locked up, getting ready to get sent back home and get locked up. That's the most... I feel like the most evil of Loki that we've seen in the MCU. That's like at his peak of wanting to take over and like do his thing. He got to see his own personal journey that we've all seen as an audience about, essentially is like almost a redemption story where he's gone from villain to basically like anti-hero to being, I don't even know what you would label him at this point, up until like when he started shifting and having the relationship with his family and Thor and all that stuff. But yeah, like Loki sat and witnessed his own journey, which is just so crazy.
His own death.
Yeah, which they've always said, you know, I've been watching a lot of Back to the Future lately, and they got obviously different time travel rules. But, you know, Doc says you never want to learn too much about your future. But that's the weird thing about the MCU, is that's not this Loki's future. That's the other timeline's Loki's future.
But how is he gonna mix it up?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's going to be the really interesting part of this show and this story, is just how is everything, like, what is he going to do with that information? Because he's not just going to like cooperate and not try to do something, because that wouldn't be very Loki. But it's going to be really interesting to see how he handles this information. What does he do with just everything that he's learned to this point? And it is wild, just opening a fucking drawer and seeing Infinity Stones, just paperweights.
That was weird for me.
I think he was having essentially like an epiphany, because he didn't believe that place was real.
Right.
And I think seeing the Infinity Stones, trying to use the Tesseract and not having any success using it, I think it clicked for him in that moment where he's like, fuck, this place is legit. They ain't bullshitting. They're not lying. You really can't use magic here. Like, there is, like, you can't do anything. And I think he kind of just came to the realization that, like, okay, this is reality. Like, this is real. Because the fact that he was able to just, like, touch an Infinity Stone with no issue, and they're just sitting in a drawer, and some of them, like, he's like, oh yeah, some of them use them as paperweights. It's like, wait, what? Like, do you know what those are? Like, obviously nothing in that world.
They don't mean anything in that.
Yeah. Which is just wild considering what we've seen them used for. It's just, that first episode was awesome.
I agree.
So much fun. And like Loki's just one of those characters where they intertwine the comedy and the goofiness and the fun very well with like the serious.
Yes.
And I think that's what always has made him so interesting, because, you know, he's the god of mischief. And
you'll get it eventually, baby.
Yeah, but like he wouldn't be that if he didn't screw around and try to be bad, and like almost to a level of immaturity where he is playing with the thing and just rewinding the girl the whole time. It's like, dude, chill. But yeah, like, and whatever we saw at the end, I'm assuming that's a version of Loki, because they gotta. The main thing is they want to hire Loki to essentially hunt Loki, a dangerous variant that who else would you want to go hunt Loki but Loki? You know?
I mean, that makes most sense.
Yeah, and again, I'm very curious to see...
Weird as that is.
I'm very curious to see how many versions of Loki we're going to get in this show. It's 6 episodes, I believe. And who else we're going to run into, because I'm wondering how much more timeline stuff we're getting. What are we going to be doing? How many different places are we going to be going to? How many people are we running into? Again, I feel like the opportunities and the possibilities are just open book. Just do whatever the fuck you want, because you can. You can. It's awesome. Do you have any other thoughts?
Just want to show.
Oh.
It's called Figure That. It's on Etsy. I bought it. It's cute though. It says Steven and Nikki, and it says Love You 3000, and it was our anniversary present that I bought us.
Love you 3000, babe.
Oh, thank you. Love you too.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments down below. We'll see you guys later. So good. Bye.